Would you date a bus driver? You. Would you date a
If he
bus
owns the
driver?
bus, if he owns
No.
it, if he owns the bus,
See,
he
that's
owns
a
it.
problem. That's a problem.
Hey everybody, it's us again. It's Kay.
And it's Ace Chan.
And today we're going to talk about whether or not you would date someone who works a 9 to 5.
Yes, and today's episode was definitely inspired by a recent conversation Dr. Van Zant had with Ebony K. Williams, and she asked her if she would date a bus driver. When this conversation happened, she was saying that men today, like there's only a limited amount of options for women to date men, and these type of men aren't leaders, they aren't providers or none of that. And it just made us think, like, was she talking about 9 to 5 type men, or rich men? Like, what is your type of men that you would date? How do you feel
I
about
like a
this?
rich man.
Period.
I'm just playing. I feel like I would actually date someone who has a 9 to 5 because it doesn't bother me. As long as you bring in enough money that we satisfy both of each other's needs, then it's fine. You keeping yourself busy. You're staying motivated in one way or another. Now, we talk about a 9 to 5 and you're only making $5 an hour, it's the difference. But if you're working a 9 to 5 to satisfy the bills, then it's cool. But if you're working a 9 to 5 and it ain't cutting it, then it's a difference. Because if you work a 9 to 5 bringing home $400-$500 a week, it's a problem. But I would date a bus driver. Bus drivers have money. And they got their CDLs. So, hey.
How do you feel about her saying that there's only a certain amount of option of men available, and these men aren't providers, they aren't leaders, and everything else you were saying?
YouTube purposes?
YouTube purposes.
Oh, okay. I feel like she's stupid.
Matter of fact, say how you feel.
I feel like she's stupid. She's a narcissist. She's gonna be single for the rest of her life. Yeah, because her requirements, she probably don't meet her own requirements. 9 out of 10. She'll be lonely and die old and lonely. But yeah, I don't get the bus driver situation because you don't know his salary. You don't know if he owns the bus driving business and just works for himself, if he's paying himself. I feel like there's a lot of resourceful men out here. For instance, you have people that work at Chick-fil-A and they directors at Chick-fil-A, or they're the top team
Making
lead
money.
at Chick-fil-A that make
Right.
money.
Yeah, I know somebody working at
I was working
Chick-fil-A.
at Chick-fil-A at
Making good
15
money.
and brought in 30,000 just off that little period of time I was working in at 15. So
That's still
I feel
considered low
like,
class, but I mean,
but for that
it's pretty
age,
good
it's
for your
something.
age. Yeah.
So I feel like being too picky is a problem because you probably don't meet what you're
You're gonna end up
need.
not getting anybody.
Anybody.
Like,
Yeah.
just
So I
okay.
don't feel like it's a scarce amount of people out here. It's just people are just so picky, and it's not that you have men that work that make an exceptional amount of money, but they don't like their appearance. I know you being picky
hmm
because of his shoes or his shirt, or, So
How do you feel? Okay, because she said I think her grandmother, Ebony K was saying this, her grandmother drove buses, but she said this had nothing to do with money, which I didn't really get.
I don't
Which
understand. Now she
didn't make.
contradicting herself.
Yeah, she was kind of like saying something about white supremacy behind it. Or, how you think, like the thought of
So
just
what she saying? Her grandmother was a
told how to
servant?
live and stuff. No. She was just saying like it's just the thought of it. Like you're
Yeah.
being told how you should date, who you should date, and she used an opinion referencing kids bringing home C's and D's, like saying, "Oh, you'll settle for anything." If the men who were making C's and D's, that's the type of the men that she felt like is only available for her today.
That's her opinion.
Yeah, that's how I felt too.
Because I just don't.
But a lot of women was agreeing with that though.
Because they're stupid.
I disagree.
You know what kills me? Like, it kills me when YouTube purposes, work purposes, fired. It kills me when people have such high standards that's past the reality. It's. You want a man that drive a Lamborghini. You want a man that has a $15 million house.
Right.
You want a man that's gonna buy you this, that, and the third.
My thing is,
24/7.
you want that, but what do you have
What
to
are you
offer?
doing? What are you
Like,
exactly?
I feel like if you want to be with
Contribute.
somebody like that, match that.
Contribute.
Right. Match
Contribute.
that mentally,
Yeah.
physically, or whatever. My grandfather, he used to drive buses.
Mhm.
But however, he used to make the bus routes.
Okay.
So he was kind of like up there. He was moving up.
Yeah,
And, you
like a
know, he was
supervisor.
actually, yeah, like I think like one of the first black males in Broward County, South Florida, to do that. And, you know, like from that, he was just always getting residual paid. And
Yeah.
even when he
People
retired,
just
he was
be-
still getting paid for
People
it.
are judgmental. It's like just because you're in this form of the media, you don't know what other people make. You don't know what their job inquires. All you see is somebody riding a bus, but you don't know what they do further than just driving the bus. So
Correct.
I feel like she should shut up.
And the message to that is don't judge people because you don't, you know, by their job. You don't know what they do, what they put in, the money they put in, if they got a 401k and all. And it's not about money. It's really all about respect and longevity. Like where you going with.
So I got a question
job.
for you. How do you feel about the bill situation? Like, do you feel like they should go 50-50 relationships on bills?
Yeah, to an extent. It depends on how you do it.
So me and my boyfriend was having a debate about this because I don't mind paying for stuff, but he don't really let me pay for stuff unless if it's like super.
It
high.
depends, you know, on the guy's budget.
So this is what he said. He said that the person that makes the most money is supposed to take care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But also
I
he's
agree.
like, because I'm a man, I'm supposed to do that. But I'm like, okay, but let me help. Let me help. You don't have to pay for everything.
So with that, I agree because with me and my girlfriend, because I am making more money, I decided that I will pay for most of our things that we have going on. But if you're a guy that, you know, you probably don't make no more money than your girlfriend, y'all should work out a plan.
Yeah, true. I was at a point where I used to pay for everything, and I'm so happy I don't have to pay for shit now. I got a rich nigga now.
She's just balling. She got a rich ninja.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, so don't be like Ebony K.
Want to marry me.
Don't be like Ebony K. That mindset right there ain't gonna get her nowhere. I'm sure she wants guys like Diddy, you know, billionaires, but more than likely they're not gonna want to, you know, because the naked truth of this reality is
their mindset is
those
put her
guys
in a
want
position
younger
to
women.
be a bus driver.
Right, but she's saying like she feels like that's the type of guys that are offered.
So then she need to go gay.
Available.
Go gay.
I mean, that might, you know,
might satisfy her needs. So
that still ain't gonna get her nowhere. But you know, I mean, whatever it floats your boat. That makes her happy. That makes her happy. But at the end of the day, she gonna want longevity in marriage. So
she's not gonna get it.
How far would that get her?
Cause she's in her mid-30s, a single woman. Nobody wants you. You're
I'd probably say she's probably mid-40s.
She gonna sue us.
She could DM me or whatever. We can talk about this. We can have an interview. I'm gonna say everything that I'm saying. Nothing's gonna change. I just feel like she ain't going nowhere with what she said.
Yeah.
So don't be like Ebony K.
Be like Big K.
Big K, you know. Big K, she's striving and surviving, okay?
Literally.
She's successful, okay?
That's crazy because I want to do a non-profit and the name is going to be Surviving. Yeah.
And striving.
Cool.
Love your families, love yourself.
Stop being judgmental.
Would you date a 9-to-5 person? One love.
Bye-bye, y'all.